Welcome back, guys. Whoever's been following this channel, following me, again, it's Josh Albo, and today's video we're going to be talking about, I received a question from Blanco247, doesn't say his name, but his question was, hey Josh Albo, my question would be, what product, etc. currently is the best investment when it comes to buy low, sell high? So my diagram on the board today is going to be, first, let's start off with, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm not a finance major, I'm none of that shit, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. If you don't like it, throw it out. Even don't believe a word I say, but whatever you like, take. From a financial advisor perspective, I'm not going to say go buy real estate tomorrow or go buy Bitcoin tomorrow or Starbucks stock if you're long that, short that, Tesla, whatever you like. I'm not going to go tell you what specifically to buy, but what I want you to get out of this video is how to think for yourself and be able to know what's a good deal, know what's not a bad deal without, like, stock tips are a dime a dozen. Everybody has a fucking stock tip. You can get super scammed in it. Like, there's bubbles, there's all that stuff, so you don't want to hear about that. So my first thought, my first perspective on what to buy low, sell high right now would be buying low, selling high. When you first want to think about it, what are you an expert at? So not just like, oh, like the real estate's doing really well or the Dow's at 22,000 right now. Maybe I should get in the stock market, which is what most like people normally think because that's how people think. It's psychology. When something like the stock market is the only place where people buy when it's going up, and like get freaked out and sell when it's going down. When you should technically be doing the opposite if it's a solid company and you're value investing based on fundamentals. So this is gonna be about both speculation and investing because some of the terms I'm gonna use follow together. Again, don't believe what I say. However, what's your expertise? So do you know about real estate? What's your major? What are you studying? Like, do you know about businesses? Are you an entrepreneur? Have you started a business before? Why not invest in your own business? From that standpoint, there's a lot of businesses that you can start that are, you immediately get free cash flow, whether it's like, let's say you want to start a landscaping company or a lawn care company. Simple as a lawn care company. Like buying a $50, $100, you can even get it used if you're like trying to go cheap, however you want to do it. Buying a lawnmower, and let's say you do $50 worth of flyers or $100 worth of flyers. You get one client for a season that says, let's say they pay you $3 to whatever, I don't know what the market is for this, I don't have a landscaping company, but let's say they pay you $400 a season, you get one client, you're already cash flowing, and you now have an extra like $100 and some change to run marketing, whether it's the door-to-door with paper campaigns or social media, like a Facebook ad, whatever it may be. So investing in your own business, if that's your expertise. If you know stocks, why not go stocks? Market's high right now, but with Trump's new tax plan, there's going to be a lot of corporate, from my understanding of it, Trump's new tax plan, where they break it down into 3 sections instead of 7, is going to lower the corporate tax rate, which gives business owners of corporations the incentive to invest more into the economy, therefore raising their revenue and profit. So stocks are probably going to be going even higher in the near future. If you think there's a bubble, then obviously don't do that, but that's a completely different story. I want you to think, though, for yourself. So if you know stocks, go stocks. If you know real estate, like let's say even if you don't know real estate, if you know someone that does, you could always go with them, understand like what exactly you need to be looking for before you actually make a decision to invest in something, speculate in something, whatever it may be. Me personally, I like tangibles. I like cars. So right now I'm flipping a 7 Series BMW that I've had for a little bit too long now, and it'll be going soon, like luckily. But I get to enjoy the car the entire time it's here. It's a fucking limousine. I love the damn car. As much as I want it to be like already sold, it's a great car to have. And I get to enjoy it the entire time. So same when I was doing the hoverboards, or I know a lot of people are doing Supreme stuff and shoes right now. I want to get into that, like, capital wise, it's not heavy capital, like, but for someone our age, let's say for like the 15, 16 to like 20, young 20s range, you might not have like 10, 20,000 to put into getting a bunch of new Supreme shit. But I know a lot of people that make like 10 to 20 grand a month selling the shoes online, selling like, used to be Jordans, now it's more of the Yeezys and stuff, because Yeezys got high margins. If you get them for when they first come out, what are they, like a couple $100, and they're going on, there's just one website that sells shoes a lot that for like 1,000 plus. So high margins, high profit. Out of that margin, you sell 20 pair of shoes, you make 20 grand. Sell a pair of shoes a day, that's not bad. That's personally, I'm not going to complain about 20 grand a month. Recommendation number 1 is find what you actually know shit about, and you can always learn new stuff. But I wouldn't just jump in as much as from an entrepreneur perspective. I would say just go right for it and then learn along the process, because you don't want to, I see a lot of times, this is a little bit of a tangent, I see a lot of times entrepreneurs will start a business but they'll be too busy trying to perfect it, and they'll never actually get, it doesn't mean shit unless you close a sale. But with investing speculation, it's different, because if you only have a certain amount of capital that you're allowed to, or liquidity that you're going to speculate with in the first place, and you lose it all too big, because whether you don't diversify or you don't know enough about it, or find puts of your expertise. As simple as I can say that. Puts a guarantee, or the people that don't know that. And then another answer that you're not going to like, but you asked me, you asked me, so here's what I got. Investing in yourself, whether it's books, whether it's putting your time, books are the amount of information you can get with, especially the classics, and How to Win Friends and Influence People, I definitely recommend. Tony Robbins, 3 books I definitely recommend. There's a lot of good books out there that you can get, especially if you go on websites like thriftbooks.com, where you can get a $20 book that every single page in there maybe can make you an extra, try and find $1 million in every single book by the ideas that they're talking about. For $5, you can't beat it, and then you got to put a little bit of time into it and read it. But I personally love books, as well as YouTube, phenomenal. Whether it's following Gary Vaynerchuk or Ty Lopez, I'm not a huge Ty fan actually, but Grant Cardone, there's so many people out there. Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, I can go on with names forever. That's not a thing. That's not the issue of finding the content. It's finding the good content, but there's people doing it exactly. Let's say you want to do stocks, right? Which Tim Sykes is more of a penny stocks guy, and that's a different realm of investing. But if you want to think that penny stocks are a buy low, sell high situation, higher risk tolerance, but there's also higher reward, so that's up to you. That's what I want you to think about. So using the internet to find actually good sources, call what we're living in now the information age, but I feel like there's getting to the point where there's too much information. You can't tell who's actually an expert and who, especially with the amount of Instagram, everybody's a fucking CEO, everybody's got 50,000 followers. That doesn't mean shit unless they're actually backing it up. So do your research on the person themselves, which there's my advice for you for that one. Can also attend trainings and seminars to of these people, same people that are on YouTube. Actually, I've skipped on a Les Brown seminar. Big mistake. I had free tickets too, but there's another one coming up in Vegas with Richard Branson, Les Brown, Gary Vaynerchuk, somebody else. Huge for me. I kind of want to go. Maybe I'll go. I don't know. But so training seminars, YouTube, books, and investing your time and investing in yourself. If you learn a new skill, let's say for investing or how to start a business or something that you can market and sell, whatever it is, even if it's you want to get a job, but you're going to get better at that job so you can invest in yourself. Invest in yourself now so that, how do I want to put this? You have that skill, so you're more valuable when you go to the employer. So not everybody's an entrepreneur. I totally get that. When you go to your employer and you have more skill in that's more mastery in something that you're doing versus your competitor that's someone else is trying to get the job in this instance, you're gonna have a better chance. That's basic. And then, like I said, stocks, real estate, tangibles. I like tangibles because they're hard assets. I can enjoy them in the meantime. There was a fuzzy. I'm sorry. If you like watches, do watches. I think Rolex holds value very well. Cars, they obviously rust or depreciate, and you have to do insurance expenses on them. But if you know enough about it, if you know how to get a good deal on them, go for it. If you know how to either flip real estate, from an investment standpoint, I don't like flipping real estate. I like the whole the rental property aspect, because long term, another tangent. I feel like people are going too much. Every business owner I talk to in this instance is looking at their 6 month, 3 to 6 month plan, and I think everyone should be looking at the 5 to 10 year plan, because everyone's trying to make quick money. That's not sustainable. That's not necessarily even ethical. The long term, investing into your business, if you have a business, I don't know what you do exactly, but if you do have a business, look at it from a 5 to 10 year plan. You'll be more successful long term. You'll make way fucking more money, and that would be my recommendation there. I over here at Bitcoin, I don't know shit about cryptocurrencies. I know some kid that are getting like 13,000 a month on their cryptocurrency portfolio, which is obviously better than like 0.01% of a bank account, but it's pure speculation. I don't understand. I know there's in like 2047 that there's going to be a cap out on the total supply of Bitcoin, which is why, from a speculation investing standpoint, if there's a capped supply, just same reason why I like real estate, you can never, there's not making any more land. Like whatever you want to take out of the whole Dubai situation where they're like building beaches, the beaches are eroding or whatever. They're not making more land on planet Earth. There's so much land and that's it. You can always build higher, but they're not making more land. That's why I think the supply of real estate and somewhat the supply of Bitcoin, but then you look at the 2007 housing bubble and the tulip bubble in Greece and Lehman, and like, be careful. So know your risk tolerance. If you're younger, obviously you can have a higher risk tolerance, because not that you want to invest to lose, always invest to win. Don't invest to break even, don't invest to lose. Don't speculate, whatever the fuck words you want to use. But know your risk tolerance. If you lose 5, 10, whatever, 20,000 when you're like 15 to 20, it's not that big of a deal as if you're losing like 100 grand when you're fucking 40, and it's like, okay, this is kind of a nice chunk of change, unless you're Mark Cuban. But if you're not Mark Cuban, be careful with your money, know your risk tolerance. I hope that helps out. If, as always, if it doesn't, like, leave a comment, message me again, feel free, I will answer the question for you. As for everyone else, hope you enjoyed the video. If you got something out of this video, I don't really give a fuck about likes. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I don't care about that. Send me a business question that you have that you think I can help you out with. If you don't think I can help you out with anything and you already know everything, then just go make your $1 billion and move on. If you do think I can help you out, that's why I make these videos, for I could give a fuck about the like $4 that it's making like a year annually for YouTube videos. I could care less about that. I'm here to help you guys. Until next time.